Well, my name is Euster Kibona. I'm from Tanzania. I'm working with environmental protection and management services. This is an NGO in Tanzania focusing its issues on natural resource conservation, but also the issues of climate change, adaptation and mitigation. And we'll be working widely with the local communities, but also with the private sector on encouraging them to see the opportunities existing in various climate change scenarios. CDM is the mechanism under the Kyoto Protocol that can be used by the developed countries with the developing countries on seeing how can the reduction of emissions can be reached with the interests of the sustainable development for these countries as well. What is happening in Tanzania, the policy now is to ensure that agriculture and food security is there is a food security in Tanzania. So there is a policy that says agriculture first. That's the focus for anything and everything that is to be done in the country. So with such a policy, you see that if it's an area which is being occupied by pastoralists, they'll be evacuated so that there is the conservation of maybe of the water catchment, but also to encourage the agricultural activities, just to ensure the issue of food security. The context, the problem of that in the context of climate change is the fact that the adaptation needs to be an integration of various sectors so as to help the communities to deal with the whole problem of climate change. Focusing on agriculture only, that will not help the local communities to adapt to the problems of climate change. The private sector have a role to play because I have one example. Of course, it's not a direct relation between the private sector and the local communities, but we are having a biogas plant under the Saiso production in Tanga region. They are using this Saiso waste to produce energy that is being used to generate energy for the company itself. That has trickled down advantage to the communities around the area as well, because there are opportunities for job is being increased in that plant, but also the fact that now the waste that has been produced in that area is being used is also helping the communities not to get that waste which was being channeled into water sources and things like that. Well, with regard with the indigenous knowledge in local communities, we know that these communities have been surviving since then, using local institutions existing in their communities. And with the upcoming of the issue of climate change impacts, adaptation strategies need to focus on what is already happening in the communities and strengthen that, and not coming up with new ideas, new innovation, because that also will take a long time for the communities to absorb, to get used to it, and that all we make the whole adaptation process slower.